Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce the 2015 Samuel P. Capen Award, the Alumni Association's most prestigious honor. Stephen A. Guttenberg is a board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgeon in Washington, D.C., and founder and president of the Washington Institute for Mouth, Face, and Jaw Surgery. He is a past recipient of the District of Columbia Dental Society's highest honor, the Sterling V. Mead Award. As attending surgeon and teaching staff member at the Washington Hospital Center, Dr. Guttenberg also chairs its Training and Education Committee. He is also a fellow of the American Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, the American Academy of Cosmetic Surgery, and past president of the American College of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. The dental school's 2014 commencement speaker, Guttenberg, and his wife, Diana Winters Guttenberg, have made the largest bequest to the school to date. For being one of UB's most distinguished alumni and a staunch supporter of his alma mater, please congratulate Steve Guttenberg on receiving tonight's highest honor, the Samuel P. Capen Award.
Wow. Stephanie, you're a hard act to follow. Needless to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, it's a great honor to be the recipient of this year's Samuel P. Capen Award. I came to UB in 1961 to go to college here with the express thought that someday I might get into the dental school. The first building that I went to see when I got here and moved into Tower Dormitory, which is now Kimball Hall, was the School of Dentistry, which was then located in the building, I guess they call it the South Campus. We only had Main Street campus and the other campus back then. Was the Samuel P. Capen Hall. That's where the dental school was located. And I remember going there when I first got on campus as a freshman, and I walked into the dental school, made a kind of a self-tour, and I saw these young men. There was actually only one woman at that time, and walking around with their white dental smocks and their dental paraphernalia, and it just served to further motivate me that someday maybe I'd be one of them. What a thrill and coincidence it is to now be receiving an award with the same name as the school was located. When the University Council first chose Samuel Paul Capen as the first paid chancellor of the university, he recognized the fact that the council had given him certain opportunities, not only for the university, but for the city of Buffalo itself. He shared their vision to, quote, build a university that should provide complete opportunities for higher education equal to the best anywhere in the, obtainable in the world. In his inaugural speech nearly 93 years ago, in October 1922, he detailed his philosophy on the role of university administrators, stating that he did not agree with some of the thoughts of the time. He did not agree with those who would limit the number of college students on the basis of any distinctions of race or sex or creed or social standing. Quite a view to take at that time. He further amplified his views that there's but one justifiable basis upon which a university and a democratic community should choose its students, that being the basis of ability. He was a realist, knowing that to attain these lofty educational goals, it's going to take money. Capen stated that a university is a place maintained at great expense to foster the philosophic point of view, to stimulate constructive thinking, because this point of view and this manner of thinking have been found necessary to the progress of civilized society. I, like many others, am fortunate to have benefited from Capen's point of view and from the fact that then Governor Nelson Rockefeller decided to create a state university system. I began here at the university when it was a private institution called the University of Buffalo, which I still have a hard time not saying. I matriculated through the transition period, and I got both of my degrees from the university when it became the State University of New York at Buffalo. As wonderful as this system is, There's still important and significant economic issues that confront the component schools that can potentially impede the progress of our student body. For example, because I'm familiar with these numbers, it takes each year $130,000 annually to educate each and every dental student. Each student, $130,000. You know, most people think because it's a state university, the university throws in a bunch of money. Well, in fact, they only provide about 17% of the money for the School of Dental Medicine, so about $22,000. Now, obviously, tuition offsets some of that. If you're from New York State, you pay $28,000, which in this current world of dental and medical education is pretty darn good. Out-of-state students pay $63,000 a year. The math's quite simple. For every in-state student, there's about an $80,000 shortfall, and for the students from out-of-state, $45,000 they pay. That deficit that exists has to be paid forward from corporations, friends of the university, alumni. We here must do our part. Two of Capen's points of view really resonate with me. Number one, that the education based on ability and not social standing or sex or creed or anything else other than ability, and the cost to accomplish that education. I truly believe in that philosophy that he laid forward back then, 93 years ago. And because of that, my wife Diana and I have made plans to leave a bunch of money to the university to attain its goals. And I point out that it's not just me who's doing it, it's my wife Diana. And I would not be up here really if I didn't have the love and support that she gives me on a daily basis. And I would like to do something. Diana, I'd like you to stand up, and I'd like you all to give her a round of applause. Come on. As you've heard other gentlemen up here on the stage say today how important family is, and it certainly is. It's you know, behind every great man there's a great woman, and she's my great woman. A large portion of the money that we're bequeathing is to be used to fund education for qualified students, people who have the ability, especially those from inner cities who have that ability and the desire for education, but who lack the funds to personally do it. As I consistently and proudly state, I would not be here today where I am if it was not for the education and nurturing that I received from this university during the 8 years that I spent here. I'm truly thrilled and humbled to return to the home of my higher education to receive this most prestigious award. I wish to thank the university, the Alumni Association for its kindness and acknowledge of my accomplishments and contributions. Thank you all very much.